Morning, afternoon.
Yeah. Afternoon, evening, whatever.
I know all of this stuff becomes a little bit colloquial after a while, doesn't it? It's like, oh, how are we? Hi, Joe.
Hey, how's everyone today?
Congratulations, Joe. Woohoo!
Yeah, Joe.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's a great feeling to have it hanging up on the wall right now. That's for sure.
Great service to humanity to have another light worker activated.
Can't wait to add more.
I get excited. I want one on every street. Did you know that there's a light worker on every street?
That'd be amazing. Especially if you can do them.
What I'm actually saying is fact. There is a light worker on every street in the world.
Wow.
Okay. Unfortunately, we're not advertising our wares because of our own, self-esteem and not being in our power and all that type of jazz. And so people drive past us on the way to that great big medical center on the corner. In true reality, in nearly every street, there's at least 3 or 4 people with growing consciousness and able to assist because we actually believe in healing. Isn't that cool? So people are actually driving past a door that believes in 100% healing. That is crazy, isn't it? And going to a medical professional who believes in one body wellness. Only one body. Very good at that one body, but only believes in one body. So who would I rather go to? That big medical center on the corner. And by the way, for the animals now, we have a big vet clinic on every corner as well. Wow. And dentistry and wow, all of that stuff on it. Big corners, big signage. And yet on the way to those big medical places, we're actually passing the Joes of this world in his house, on his street, who believes in 100% wellness, not just one body wellness. Isn't that amazing? So I want to promote, I'm going to create a universal healing sign. It came to me one day, a bit like The Secret. Remember The Secret had that check that went out? I'm going to create a universal sign for all. I don't care what you're practicing, but whack this out on your front fence or on your front door and say, come to me first, okay, before you go to that big medical center on the corner. Don't go down the rabbit hole. Go to one of our light workers on your street because they actually believe in your healing 100%. Isn't that a great vision?
You should ask Cassia if you could use her heart with wings that she likes to wear. Something like that would stand out.
Yeah, we're taking the caduceus back. Grab those 2 snakes. You know, the caduceus sign? That symbol has been hijacked. We want to take it back. All right. So good morning, everyone. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Yasmin. And Anne and Jan and Malik Porter. How are you, Malik? Good to have you on our class today.
I'm doing pretty good. And you?
I'm good. Early morning, sort of like, oh my goodness. But I had a bit of a late night last night. We're burning the candles with our training. It's great. Anyway, how are you all feeling? So Yanni, welcome. Lovely to have you here. And Dr. Mike, thank you. Now, I want to just say thank you for all your support because honestly, all those that are here basically are posting my stuff and popping me out there, and I just so appreciate. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. But even greater than that is my soul, because my soul is just, we've got such a powerful message to bring to the people on what is going on right now. And in conversations in conversations about just about everything, we're finding that we're having to tweak a lot of unreality that is coming through at the moment on what people think the consciousness is, diamond consciousness, the new age, etc. So I'm going to be talking about stuff today. So I want to make a bit more of a mastermind today. So if you want to ask questions or whatever as you go through, happy to take questions and to guide you in what I've actually learned about whatever it is that you're asking. But I really do enjoy a question time. So does anyone have anything about consciousness that you're confused of or would like to have clarified? Just a thought that comes to mind. No, I'll set the pace then. This time that we're in right now is a most, it's a mystical time. This is something that civilizations on all of our continents have been calling in and talking about, promoting. Okay, this sovereign time, this sovereign age that we're coming into is the end of the Piscean age and the coming in of a new age of Aquarius. Okay, so this consciousness that's been growing to this point that we're actually harvesting, so it was like a seed that was planted many thousands of years ago, is now coming into its full capacity, but it's only in baby steps. So the consciousness, well, it's not, in one sense, it's completely full and you can walk straight into it. But in another sense, we're still learning how to operate consciously. Does that make sense? We all feel a little bit, wishy-washy, 1 foot in, 1 foot out sort of thing, getting better and better at what we're projecting. Because you've got to understand that this is the time, and I'm going to say it again, if your soul pulled out of the top of your head right now, what would your body do? Direct indicator that you are a living being of light. So don't fool yourself any longer. That is consciousness. Okay? Your consciousness is your living soul within you that is the creative force that's always existed. Okay, it's never not been there. Okay, we just had 3D try and snuff it out big time, disconnect us from our source, wiped out all of the originals so that they couldn't communicate as multi-dimensional vessels. Okay, that's how we were colonized, okay, wiped out to get rid of language, energy work, ceremony, all of that. Why do you wipe out and genocide a group of people? Because those that are wiping you out know who you are. It's kind of obvious, isn't it? We trundle along and believe in that, but no, it's not like that at all. Okay, so the consciousness that was trying to be wiped out is your soul light, the light of you within you. Okay, imagine if we did have people going to that healer on their street. How are they going to make money out of that? Okay, I always say support your healers. I don't care what modality that healer or energy worker or reader or whatever it is, go to her, go to him, okay? Go to them first, okay? Don't give your money to anything other than wellness or a person who believes in 100% healing, okay? Because that is what healing is. It's projecting 100% that you're going to actually come back up into your own totality as a living soul. So not everybody understands this, but we're becoming better and better at it. And we actually have a quorum, okay, a quorum of people who are actually the core now, okay, whereas before we were all scattered. And now we're coming together and there's a quorum of light workers. We have got now the numbers in place on earth acting out of free will. And not only that, clever free will, knowing that we have free will. Excuse me, rack off. No, I'm not doing that. I'll have this. Thank you very much. Knowing that we have authority to speak, to decree only wholeness. Okay? So I want to make everything we're just wanting to clear up the waters. There's a lot of muddy waters going on at the moment. And we do these memes and posts and things like that, but we're not quite getting what consciousness is. So if it's your soul that's keeping you upright on your feet, I promise you that it's soul and your triune being that wants full presence, full participation in your light body. Okay? And if you see things popping up in your lived experience that is fear-based, that is based in duality, then you are creating it, okay? Because your soul cannot project duality. It's impossible, okay? And that's why I'm teaching on the law of acquisition. The law of acquisition is such a pertinent class because it's explaining what is showing up in your reality, okay? You cannot believe in duality and the psychic planes. You cannot believe in attack. You cannot believe in any fear-based teaching, government teaching, any teaching, educational system, society's teaching that is fear-based, because your soul is so much bigger than that. And so what happens is, because you are a creator, you're going to be projecting into a cul-de-sac. Okay, you know what a cul-de-sac is? Okay, so a cul-de-sac's when you get off the highway and you're going around and around in a cul-de-sac, okay, or flying around the same mountain in a holding pattern waiting for the plane to land. And what's happening is, and this is that statement, you cannot serve two masters. How can a creator serve two masters? Okay, either you are light or you're not, okay? And if you're not, if you believe that you're not, and if you believe that you've still got 2, 3, 4 years before you've got full knowledge, okay, then you're not understanding that you're a creator right now, creating that. So instead, I'm actually going out into that cul-de-sac to go, I need more. I need more. I'm feeling this loneliness. I'm feeling this gap within myself. And it's because we haven't yet come in and connected with soul sovereignty. And so it's really interesting. It's very hard for the people right now. It's very hard for spiritual teachers, but it's so hard for those who have they're lost in the game. No clue, okay? That's where it's really nasty living in plan B, okay? Because they don't know that they're a creator and they're creating with heightened energies. Okay, now you all know we've been getting these downloads and we're coming up and we're coming up and we're coming up. Things are happening so much faster than ever before. And yet it's happening to us, you know, and it's happening so that we reflect our consciousness. Okay, we are to reflect our true beliefs. Okay, as we empty out the old karmic dross of what we've created. And so there is a change over, there is a bridging, but there is a changing over of the guard. You cannot serve two masters. Remember that beautiful quantum principle that came through. A conqueror needs a battle to overcome. So a conqueror creator needs a battle to overcome. Because I'm still living in fear and I've got to go and swat the enemy all the time. No, it's get down, get down, get down. I've got another one coming up and I'm being attacked all the time. I believe in attack. I don't believe in attack. So many people do. A conqueror needs a battle to overcome. So they believe that something is separated from them and they've got to stand in protection. You know, don't come any closer.
Hello?
Don't even know how to do it.
You made it.
Yeah, I just landed. So I thought.
Okay. So if we believe in protection, we don't believe in sovereignty. Okay? If you believe in protection, you don't believe in sovereignty. And this is all those 60 shades of grey that we talk about. It depends on where you are on your path, okay, as to what needs tweaking so that you come into stopping the duality in your life. And like Abraham Hicks says, stop it. Just stop it. Make a decision, okay? Change over. And this is what we do in quantum school, okay, the quantum living and full body wellness. It is a shift, okay? We do the work, yes, but depending on your mental consciousness, depending on where you are, you receive the greatest gift, and then sometimes are trying to go back out to your cul-de-sac. Okay, you can't do that with the new consciousness. 5D consciousness is unconditional love, pure light. Think and it shall be. Okay, you want healing? There's your healing. It's like this, in a holy instant. There's no room for grey. And if you have the grey going on, who's going to be talking to you about it? Not me, but your own soul. Because, and even it's not even that, because your soul doesn't have issue, you see. Your soul is just this loving light within you, and you either activate it or you don't. That's why we say ignite your soul. It's your responsibility to come into alignment so you have no issue. What is no issue? So when we pass the diamond through to you, and we're going to start doing that shortly, you come into alignment, your soul has got no issue. It's perfect light. It's totally untainted by your lived experience and your collective beliefs on things and what you project. Okay? And we keep saying, oh, my soul's broken or my soul's weeping. No, it's not. These are some of the misconceptions that you've got going on, or we have in the world, and we need to correct that. Your soul is pure light, okay? Drop down versions. Yes, there's aspects of all different things at all levels of spiritual dimensions that are created. But when you tap into your I am presence, the Holy Christ itself, the Buddhi intellect, then that is a pure creative force, okay, pure light. And so what we're doing is we're getting rid of those shades of grey so that you recognize that you are light only. Because when you recognize that, you're not going to be creating hardship. I don't create anything now because I don't believe in duality, okay? You got to do this, you got to do that. No, I don't, okay? I am a creator, okay? I am creating forward. I do not push hardship into my future, and yet I understand everything that I am projecting, that I'm actually showing up in my creations and receiving, because I'm the only one that put it out there. And this sounds really arrogant, okay? But it's not arrogance. It's knowing who you are in soul sovereignty. Thanks, Lisa.
Thanks, Ruth. That's been, everything is always relevant, isn't it? I have a question that has hit me a couple of times. Once was today. Like mostly I'm in this beautiful space. Everything feels like love, it feels really good. And then all of a sudden I find myself in really heavy judgment. And I generally don't spend time in judgment. It's not something that I've done, certainly done in the past, but now everything just is. But all of a sudden, out of the blue, there's no warning. I just find myself, and I'm finding it hard to get out of it sometimes. Even though I can say, well, you know, I know, you know, the voice, the little pointing me is going, well, what the hell's that all that about? But I'm just wondering, like I've noticed it a few times. So is it just part of the process? Because sometimes it feels like the more aware, the higher I go, the more intense the judgment is when it comes. So I'd just love to understand what's going on, and is there, I mean, obviously from what you were saying there, I've just got to make that decision. And I will practice that. But I'm curious as to why that's going on, because I haven't been judgmental for a long time, and I'm not most of the time. But when it comes, bang, it is really, really heavily judgmental. And it's like, whoa, where did that come from? So I'm curious. You're mute, Ruth.
Such a lovely question. Such a beautiful question, because this is what functionality is about. This is why I'm teaching this stuff, so we understand why these things are happening. And it helps us chillax. So first and foremost, I want us to take responsibility for what's going on in our heads, what's flowing through our vessels, etc. It's coming through us. It's real. So we accept that. But in that acceptance is non-judgment for you, Lisa. Okay? When you got stuff going on, yes, you can see it, but we've also got collective energies happening right now. You're also coming into soul sovereignty, which is a crossing out of that old system. So even though I'm imparting diamond to you, you are still on your journey into your ignition of actual soul sovereignty. And so you're also dedicated into that shift, but it's an initiation process in opening up the heart chakra. When you have your heart chakra fully open, you are in unconditional love and you're a channel of light. Whereas when you're living on that, still this side of it, and haven't fully shifted into taking full responsibility and becoming that creator that is within you, that is proof, it keeps you upright on your feet, you're it, okay, then we're creating mixed signals. And when we're creating mixed signals at any level of the subconscious or whatever, we're actually creating that monkey mind stuff. Then the monkey mind stuff, okay, is just and this is what I loved about that quantum principle. Triggered emotions are based in control. And so this is why we teach the school. It's like, well, what's coming up? Well, I've got a triggered, something's going off because I'm cranky about something. There's separation. Therefore, I am becoming involved in something that I don't want to be. Triggered emotions are based in control. And this is why I love quantum law, because it's like, oh, what am I trying to control? Oh, let that go. And you just come back into your sovereignty so quickly. It's why it's so important to understand quantum law. This is the life giver, the life force is within you, but understanding how to interact with your life force is amazing. So the first thing to do for anyone suffering from the monkey mind, okay, I've got an amazing story in the book about that. And this is where that principle came from. Triggered emotions are based in control. And I thought, you know, God, soul, or someone would be soothing me and saying, oh, it's okay, Ruthie. You've been through something really big. No, the quantum principle comes out. Triggered emotions are based in control. What, I did it? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I was wanting something from another person. And in this case, it was the love of my father. And it was rejected in that moment. And for 3 days, I went into heartache and heartbreak, realizing that's what I was looking for, was worthiness. Okay. And when I'm looking for these things outside of myself, I am going to be triggered in some way, and the mental mind gets going. Best thing is, let it keep going through your ears. Okay. So, and you can take charge of that as well. You can say, you know what, I do not give knowing consent, because there are programs that are projected inside of you or inside. We take out all sorts of technology programs and things like that as part of our work. And I've seen so many things. But if you feel like, some people will just have like still shots, you know, they can actually say, oh, a glassy mountain, you know, a mountain, a tree. You go, what are all these strange things that I'm getting through my mind? So you can actually look at what's going through your mind and just see if it's a whole lot of nonsense. Go, you know what, I don't give knowing consent to that. And so you take charge as a master on what you're going to be participating. So you do have control over that side of it. And you need to get cranky. It's like, no, not in my universe of inclusion, not doing it. So it's understanding the realities of each of these things I'm talking about. Your universe of inclusion, you're a vibrational world. Do you tolerate this mental thing going on? Sorry, Lisa, I'm talking along those lines. Can you see how you've got charge of it? But what will happen is as you make that shift and you're still in it, coming around into this, into the isness of being. And I brought somebody through into that space last week, and it's so magical because the whole countenance opens. Everything shifts. And you can watch a person go from a mental mind construct and body projection, being in the mental mind, to a sovereign soul being. It's just amazing when you get to see the connections, the life, the flow, and then you see completely different. Okay? And so you're not projecting anything further out of yourself. Again, we can't serve two masters. The other part of that quantum principle I was talking about was a conqueror needs a battle to overcome, but a victor has the gates open before them. Okay? And you cannot fool soul. But it's not even soul, because I don't want to set up soul like that. So soul is so pure in unconditional love, but you can't fool yourself and sooner or later others who recognize quantum law, because we actually can see it's quite evidential what is being projected from a person's life according to what they show up with, whether it be their speech, okay, whether it be their full body wellness, okay, what's going on with what they're projecting, what are they living. So all of those things as a spiritual counselor is built within it by understanding quantum law. It's a diagnostic tool. It's going, oh, we need to tweak something. Keep going. Does that make sense? So our language is now coming into statements without judgment. Okay? So we're really trying to, and we're not trying, because trying is a horrible word. Trying is one of the biggest, horriblest words in duality. All right? If you're still trying, forget it. Okay? Trying is hard work. If you have anyone using the word hope, okay, get them off your friendship list. Did you know that hope is the last evil to come out of Pandora's box? And when you are becoming a creator, okay, the last thing you want to believe is in hope. Do you get why? Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? Come on. If you're projecting hope out into your future, what are you hoping for? You're not going to get what you're hoping for. Can you see that? We've got to get more spicy, okay? We've got to get into it as a creator. We've got to get outrageous, okay? We've got to become of service to humanity, okay? I'm over all the peace, love, and joy stuff, really. Okay, it's like we've been doing this. Let's be initiative. You know, use your initiative as a creator, your intelligence as a creator, okay? It's not all just sublime. It's actually bringing your creatorship to the table, turning that light on and project it, because we need your life healed, but also we want those in your community healed. And that's why I was talking about be the healer on your street. Okay, put up a big sign as to what you do so that they can actually, come into that driveway instead of going to the medical model. Okay. What we don't feed won't breed. You can write that down. I love that. What you don't feed won't breed. If you don't go to the medical model, they starve and they shut their doors. Instead, they're building temples on every corner. The temples are nearly bigger than the temples. Okay, we need to pull that back. And now we're doing it to our pet industry, that the vets are as big as the medical center. And now we're doing to our animals what we did chemically to our humans. Okay, that's appalling. And yet we're giving them the money to build mansions on every corner so that we can see them. If we believed in our wellness and our wholeness as a living soul to project unconditional love, those things would pop out of our systems and we would actually know ourselves as light, as this pure Christed energy. Okay? You're not less than, you're not this. This is a lie. This has got a big deception going on. You have to trust your intuition. Okay? And don't be blasé about it. We're coming into a great time of truth now. We've got all sorts of things coming out. It's amazing. Things that we knew for years and years and years as being truth is coming out in the public arena now. So keep an eye out for it. People need your house to have the light on, front porch light on, because when they wake up panicking, and this is what happens, mental health is the vibrational, mental and emotional bodies going into panic. Okay, like bugs on a live wire, we are having more and more people now needing your assistance than ever before. And you cannot believe in duality. You can go, yes, I know where you are and I know what you're experiencing. Yes, that is so. I believe you because I believe you're a creator that's bought into it and brought yourself to this place. You're a creator. So I believe in what you've been creating. But how about we change what you've been creating so that we can have a different outcome? Okay, let's have a look at my notes. So when you're in the new 5D consciousness, that 5D consciousness is unconditional love, and there is not a drop of duality in it. Okay, that means there's no judgments and opinions on anything. There's no separation on anything. There's no us against others. And you go, how can that be true? Because these people are doing awful things. It's really hard when you're used to playing the game. And that's a whole section, a 2-hour session that I actually do in our school. And it's in the book also. And I've tried to describe it so that you understand it. Any variation, any of the myriad of ways of making a judgment against something is not Christ consciousness. If you hear attack, if you hear mocking, I really dislike mocking, okay? Mocking someone or something, pulling them down. If we do this ourselves, we're doing it to others, okay? There's 3 levels of observation about the game, okay? One is, how do I do this myself to others? How do I do this to myself? And how do I do this to my soul? So if you're seeing a reflection in your life that is giving out a vibration of something that you don't want, and sometimes your teachers are in your face going rah, rah, rah at you, okay, you need to come back in and follow that energetic thread back to its source. And that's how you do it. It's like, we don't have to take forever. It's like, oh, where'd that come from? But you know where I go to? I go to the 3rd level, the 3rd action level, and that is, how do I do this to my soul? Because it cannot show up in my quantum, off my quantum field, off my lived experience. It can't come into my lived experience, except that some part in me, I, the creator, am projecting it. Can you understand why it's so important to come back into alignment, okay? And then go, ooh, I'm not pushing anything from duality out. So the new consciousness, the 5D consciousness, the golden age, is the heart chakra opening, the walls coming down around your heart, which has judgments and opinions built in and separation from everything, okay, to now coming to being in harmony. So it's actually harmonizing the energetic frequencies, okay, getting rid of images, getting rid of false storylines, even though we've seen them in different civilizations, cultures, our community, families, whatever we project a judgment and keep that game in action, we are cursing that which we are judging. We are vibrationally cursing that which we are projecting against. Okay, so we've got to stop all of this stuff. Okay, we are not here to hurt anyone. Oh, Joe, that's my master number, okay? That's when the soul's ready to jump. So the soul's ready to make the leap in you when you start seeing 333. Whew, such a master number. When you see that, when I see it on behalf of a soul that's coming to me, and because I get my own messages about a soul and whether they're ready or not to work with this and to make the leap. And it's such a privilege. So this used to happen I'm glad you said that, because this is again, the reality of the consciousness, the diamond consciousness is self-mastery, is full on 5D. I am that I am. Because you're creating a new world. Okay? So I am that I am in full unified light, as a being of light, as a beacon of light, is total consciousness with your soul descended. So 333 is my indicator every single time, and has been for the 20 years that I've been working with souls and bringing them across this bridge. 333 comes, and it is the ascended masters. That person is ready to come off their knees out of this system of duality and make the leap into sovereign mastership. Isn't that beautiful? That's what 333 is, okay? Bringing us into and across the bridge into the diamond Christ consciousness for those of the Buddhi intellect, the creatorship, okay? Union with your greater you, your greater you. Oh my God, that's why we talk about infusing yourself. And this is what we've been calling in. We fall in love with powerful women. Well, I do. But we fall in love with powerful men, okay? And it's like, oh my God, I just love you. I can see that. What am I falling in love with? My divine masculine. I'm seeking, I'm wanting that. That's what we're longing for in relationships. Okay, we're seeking that glorious goddess within the woman. And then what do? We get that in our relationships, and then we take hold of it, and then we crush it. Okay, then we try and control it. So sad when we've actually received of our longings, and then we actually bring into our reflections, possibly and probably through a soul contract. I'm not flattering you at all with that, am I? Okay, so somebody comes in that's your love and magic, okay, that you just want to be with, yay. Okay, and that is a reflection of what you've expanded and grown into, which is as you're growing through your lifetime, you're expanding into more of you and more of you and more of you, and more of soul is coming in. And we're at this tipping point right now. It's so interesting to watch, because I'm seeing people, okay, well, I'm wanting more than just a 3D soul contract where we're going to play Happy House together. So like, seriously, we're more grown up than that. Consciousness is seriously more grown up than playing house together with the perfect partner that turns out not to be the perfect partner. And I'm going to want more. Why? Because I'm going to expand more. And I've got more written into my script to expand into. Isn't that amazing? Excuse me. So we've got all of this stuff going on that we really misconceive and go, I must stay with you for the rest of my life. When in actual fact, all you've got inside of you is expansion. Okay. What do you feel to do next? What do you want to become a vibrational match to? What do you need to diss and get rid of? Okay. So I'm not into going deep into, density and all that. It's like, just make a decision. Make a decision. Don't go too deep. That sounds really strange because the whole community is saying you should go deep and look at it and do your shadow work. No, I say do your alignment. Okay. Do your alignment. That's all you have to do is come into alignment. And talking about alignment, let's fill up with the diamond energy. Okay. Nancy's going for it. So taking a moment, okay, and you can say, no, I'm okay the way I am, and you'll stay in your mental framework, not a problem. No, Yazzie, no, we won't do that. So just drawing it in. This is a real action of coming into consciousness because we're in and out and in and out at the moment. But as we come into 5D consciousness and our heart chakras are permanently opened and you are filled with unconditional love and light, you will stop that swinging in and out. Okay, and you'll become more solid. And you'll be inhabiting your body more instead of fretting all over the place. You'll be inhabiting your body. It won't be fragmented. So filling it up, taking it all the way in from your frontal lobe, all the way through to the back of your cerebellum. Did you know that your cerebellum is considered the holy of holies? Is that Malek is there? He's got that background. Your journey into soul sovereignty and the Christ itself is a journey through your brain. Isn't that amazing? All the way back into your deepest recesses of your brain, into the cerebellum is considered the holy of holies, which is beyond the priest, which is beyond the teacher, which is beyond and is in actual fact connected to life force and life source. Here comes another wave in, just receiving. Whew, just let it do its job because truly your Christ consciousness, this is what it is, your Christ consciousness, your divine intelligence that's flowing through your brain right now is just igniting the true pathways, the true state of being. And if you feel to send it out through the rest of your body, down your spine is lovely, starting from your the brain stem right up inside, sending it to your pineal gland right now. Your pineal gland is a gate. And people who suffer PTSD, any forms of trauma, okay, schizophrenia, any of those types of things have got their pineal gland needing to be balanced. So it's a gate to the fourth dimension and other dimensional activities. So that's why a person who has come out of our military or whatever, they open the pineal gland, have them running at peak human condition, but when they come back out, they don't close the pineal gland or bring it back into balance. And that's why we suffer supposed mental health. Okay, and the truth, we are an amazing vessel. Okay, so we just balance the pineal gland right now by running diamond into your pineal gland. Just allowing that to bring harmony and balance. And this is, what is your mind saying right now? Is it saying, oh, well, I don't know about this? That's fine. And this is a part of that is, do you believe that the the consciousness of the light within you can heal anything, or do you have a query about that? And it's okay if you do have a query. It's just that you have to know that to the level of the direct level of your query is going to be causing effect in your life. Okay, cause and effect. You create, you project, you receive. That's it. Okay, very good. I love that, Yasmin. Yeah, so I'm taking on more and more light that I've just had to come to believe in what I've been shown, what I've had dreams and visions on. Okay, what are my vibrational absolutes? And I trust that now. I want you to feel the left-hand side of your brain right now. Okay, I want you to feel the divine feminine. Every time I feel into the divine feminine with this group, you're just so loving and so beautiful, and you're very inspired, inspirational group, you know, an inspired group of individuals. And so she is always quite happy and healthy. Not happy, I'll get rid of that word because it's a silly word. It can get translated into silly things. She is wise. She is the strategy maker. She's the one who puts that world and configures it new, okay, as you're making new decisions in your life. Okay, just allow the divine feminine to come in. And she operates as an indicator in your left-hand side of the body. So if there's anything going on the left-hand side of the body, okay, that is a bit out of whack, you will have pain there, or you'll have an anomaly going on, or whatever that is your divine feminine saying, hello, we're not balanced, okay? You're not listening, not following, not tuning in, okay? And this is where this time of total consciousness is listening to your inner board of directors, but not just listening, but being one with them. You rise as one with your board of directors, your triune being, the life force within you is the true 5D consciousness. And so there's many people using the word 5D without understanding that soul sovereignty is the prerequisite to coming into 5D. And that's why you're all so beautiful, because you've been longing and calling your board of directors in. You've been longing for that unconditional love, been calling your very soul into your vibrational body. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, you're so beautiful. You've got no idea. You're so beautiful. Just filling up. I want you to feel the right side of your brain now, reminding you of your divine, not my divine, your divine masculine. You have your own divine masculine, the doing power that goes, so be it, to the divine feminine. Your wish is my command, is the genie, okay, of Abraham Hicks. The genie, remember the genie in the bottle in The Secret, okay? He's your doing power, okay? How do we block passage to him? How do we block him off from your creations? How do we go, oh no, it's okay, I'll take over today? Okay? You're going to have a foot in one camp as a creator and not have your divine masculine involved, or your divine feminine, your divine inner child, because that's what it is. When you're in full consciousness, you have your full sovereign soul engaged. And that's the interesting part. Every time I'm doing the work with this group, you guys are fantastic in the divine feminine department. Ooh, very creative, coming up with magnificent ideas. But there is an imbalance with divine masculine. Okay? Which means you need to sit with the divine masculine and receive from your divine masculine. Okay? We need healing. And this is what we do when we bring you into meeting your board of directors for the first time. It's absolutely amazing. Okay? You are coming into balance with your triune being inside of your system. That is soul sovereignty, the ignition of your board of directors in your vibrational body, inhabiting your vibrational system. That's 5D consciousness. And when that happens, you just are coming into more peace, more harmony, more ability to bring to you telepathically what it is that you want. And what you don't want has to pass away. Just dissolves vibrationally. Oh no, I used to be like that. How many of you feel like you've had many, many lifetimes? Yeah, good on you. Good on you. Because every bubble of a world of experience, whether it be a relationship, passes away. Okay, we move into the new. Okay, but it just passes away like it's a dream. I can't believe I lived that. How many times do we say, I can't believe I lived that? Well, what if there's something that you're wanting to pass away from your vibrational makeup now? Okay, while you're in alignment, is there anything that you'd like to let go of a vibrational story? Okay, and you can say, I do not give knowing consent to this. I want you to feel it. Don't be afraid of your vibrational story. You're a creator of it. There's nothing to be afraid of when you know that you're the one that actually created. And you go, God created it. No, you created it. But God wants to teach me a lesson. No, God doesn't. Okay? The creator that you're utilizing has created that within your system because you just didn't know. You didn't know any better. So there's no judgment in this. There's only letting it go. Letting it go. There's those 3 horrible words. But vibrationally, it's just a story. It doesn't matter. Your greater you is so perfect and doesn't want to be squished in this tiny little story anymore. How is that serving you? Okay? How is that serving you? And what keeps showing up in your creations because of it? So I want you just to visualize it right now, going into the 5th dimension and above. Feeling it going up through your head and out through the top of your head. Feeling it leave your energy field, whatever you get as a visual on this, and you know that it's gone. And I ask for Archangel Michael and your Blu-ray angels to come in and assist any story vibration that is going on here, whether disease, whether hardship, whether relationship stuff. Let it go. And right now, I want you to begin breathing in no consequences. 2 powerful words, no consequences. We've used this before. No consequences. This means that no matter what you have created, nothing is going to keep standing. Nothing is going to keep bringing a reflection to you from this story. No consequences about that story that you just let go. No consequences. It is flatlined at 0 point quantum. We are not doing that story vibration. It is not in my universe of inclusion. The silver and the violet flame of no consequences makes null and void all parts of that vibrational story. Isn't that cool? Do you believe it? However, maybe. You see, this is where we rock back into our power, okay? We take back the vibration and go, oh no, it couldn't possibly be true. Well, that was too easy. Oh, I've still got it. So I've got to go outside and find another healer. And so we keep chasing while reinforcing the issue. Who's doing it? We are. Okay, you are a living vibrational creator, living, a living life force, emanating. There is no, I'll take a break from creating. That's not how you work. So you don't get a rest at creating. You're busy creating. Understand that? Okay, you're always projecting. That's why it's so important to stay in this now moment while you're projecting, because you're either going to be projecting duality or projecting wholeness into your future. You don't even have to do that. It's like just sit in alignment. How are you feeling right now? You feeling better? Okay. So just being in that diamond energy, okay, where your higher self is present. And the little pointer you doesn't have to be concerned. And when you're not projecting the game, you're actually outside of the game. And so you can actually create through the greater you. And that is how things come to you. Wonderful to hear, Malek. Okay. So let's just open up the floor to some questions. It's just coming up to the hour. Really, I should ask you if you've got any questions before I fill you up with diamond, because it makes no sense asking you afterwards. How about we change it? Because you come into a place of total relaxation. It's like, no, I'm fine, thank you.
So
Hi, Malik.
yeah, I'm Malik. And one question I do have is my upbringing has been dysfunctional and that type of stuff. Well, it was dysfunctional coming up, but I tried to make a new, or have made a new reality for myself coming up. And my parents divorced when I was young. Their parents have divorced all in the family, and there's no connection to each other or support there.
Yeah.
And in a family, nuclear family type feel, and I wasn't reaffirmed with my power as having source creative energy, and being conscious in what I manifest with those relationships and that type of stuff. I was just wanted to ask, how can I find it within myself to find what I need the most, or what holes that I'm filling to make myself whole?
Yeah, beautiful question. It's amazing what we've lived. And again, sooner or later, we actually do come to a place where it is in the past and it just feels like a dream, you know? So it's not creating an energetic thing which we're projecting onto our quantum field now. But the beautiful thing is that what we do is we spark off that last generation. So whatever they've done to us, so I'm going to be a stronger man, I'm going to be a better father, and we become a product, and another pseudo-type product, okay, of trying to be better than the generation before me, you know, in what was modeled. With this, Malik, we're just saying, you don't have to do anything but actually come into alignment with your life force and switch it on inside you. So if you're feeling the diamond energy, you'd feel a little more relaxed. And when you feel that sense of relaxation, that is what we call alignment, because alignment is peace.
I never felt that relaxation before. I moved around a lot, and I've always felt disconnected from the connective consciousness of the places that I've been to and everything. I've never was allowed to, or was validated to connect and align with myself. I never had family to to do that for me. So just hearing you in your connection, and from the sessions that I've heard from you so far, it's just like, I know that I've come far in my journey. I know that there's a lot more to do, but I know that I have the ability to create my own reality beyond that.
Totally. You're getting support from the others here. So I think we all come to a point that it is what it is, and that we will not get the validation from those that we want validation from. Okay? So one of the quickest ways to just come into practicing this alignment is, one, to receive the energy and learn of your soul sovereign self, which I totally recommend you reading my book. And the other one is to let go of all expectations that others are going to validate you, because once you come into this alignment, you have your validation. And what is that? It's I am. Okay, I am Malik. Do you need to explain yourself to me? No. Do you need to explain yourself to your family? No. I am Malik Porter. That's it. Whoa, can you feel this? Your heart chakra right now is filling up. Can you feel the activity in your heart chakra? In your chest? Yeah.
Like I'm feeling like energy just going towards that chakra right now.
Very good. So receive. So what's happening is your heart is opening because we actually told you the truth. And you can feel that beautiful energy. So I want you to just keep receiving, and we'll talk to some other people, but you keep receiving. And remember those 3 words, I am Malik, which means I have every right to be. I am being. Okay, so this is the difference between being in this situation, okay, separated and in the world system, trying to find my identity, to what you just experienced as I am Malik. Isn't that beautiful? And this is for each one of us. See in that moment how there's no work involved. There's no hope. There's no hope. Anyone? There's no hope for you. Trust me, you don't want hope. You want I am Ruth. I am Yaz. I am Lisa. I am Lisa. I am Kasia. I am Nancy. That's it. Honestly, if that's all I teach you today, then I've taught you everything. I can go home. Oh, that's right. I am home. All right. Let's open it up. Who would like to speak on this?
I would like to, Ruth. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure, Nancy.
I have noticed that you are just becoming such a great teacher. I love it. And your light is just getting so bright. And you had a major shift this week. Something happened. And you look beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, we look beautiful when our light's on. And what comes out of our mouths and our minds and our emanations, okay, is just beyond what we can understand. I wish I could see. I wish I was fully sighted. I'm an empath. I have a certain amount of sight. But some people can see everything, can't they? And I would love to have that full opening, which is coming. Yasmin, hello, sister.
You mentioned about, because every time I go attend your class, the left side of my brain just lights up. And then earlier you mentioned that that masculine is not quite as lit. So Anne was asking as well. So how do we balance that?
You come through and learn about soul sovereignty, and you're calling more in. So you can, from an energetic or a healing perspective, sit with it until so you can feel the balance between the two. But this is why I wrote a whole book, which is about you coming into the ignition of your entire self, okay? your triune being, the divine feminine, divine masculine, divine inner child. And as a part of the initiation process that we do in bringing you into soul sovereignty, we're actually tweaking all of that. There's certain healings, so much more, okay, as you're, as we were guided to do, and what I received myself, I actually impart to you, because the divine masculine in this world has been brought into this mutated state, which has been used to dominate and suppress. And as yet, we keep talking about the goddess, the goddess, the goddess. No. Okay, yes, but there's more of everything, more healing. And that's what we actually do in the school, to actually bring the balance within your system. And I've actually been healed of dyslexia. I'm not even dyslexic anymore, which is really, really cool. Okay, I'm getting better. I'm useless at grammar. However, I'm getting better. Ooh, anybody else want to have a chat from today? Yes, Kasha, go for it.
So I would like to thank you. I'm so glad that I came for like 15 minutes to see you and then hear you a little bit. And, you know, even that a little bit of time with you is giving you so much power. And I'm so happy to be such a powerful person for myself, to myself,
yes,
to my future, for my future. Thank you so much.
I am Kasha. That's it.
And then, by the way, I need you to send me the rest of the picture from your book so I can get started.
Okay. Thank you. Anybody else want to speak?
I just wanted to say thank you as always. I'm glad I was awake most of the time today. And
I send people off, Mike.
No, it isn't you. It's just I go deep, but you know, even what we say about words, like not using hope and all of that. Same thing when we project things to people. You know, everything is in the will of whatever you want to call it, spirit or whatever. So even when I say God bless somebody, like you don't know what that's in store. So like I always say, may the blessings be, and that way it leaves it neutral. I'm not projecting, you know, good, bad, or whatever. You know, there's always a plus factor in life, and even in the spiritual worlds. And even in terms of some of the people we mentioned, some of them only got to the astral plane and they thought they were God, and they were just, you know, religion started from that. Others went higher. So, you know, I'm just very careful of the words that we use a lot of times. And
yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
And just what Nancy says, you're just glowing more and more each time. And thank you so much.
Thank you. You know, if there's one person here that's really well studied, it's Dr. Mike. Okay, a lot of understanding about the dimensions and how these things work because of his background and culture. Very powerful. Okay, so understanding that consciousness is so much bigger and vaster. It is a multi-universal world. It is a multi-universal world. We cannot think big enough. However, we can feel it when we come into the isness of being. Okay, and that's where we start tapping into the magic. But I'm also over words. It's sort of like I don't need to be blessed. I'm just walking blessed, you know. So, I mean, I do get a little bit tired of the rhetoric that goes on. So I know. I'm love and light.
I had a friend who, when you sneezed, always, if you said God bless you, he would say, I don't want his blessings, I want his undivided attention.
I go, I am blessed, thank you. Woo. Julie, how did you go today? Did you enjoy it?
Yes, I did. I experienced I was in a kind of like an uncomfortable situation in a whole family environment where I was kind of the outsider yesterday. And there was a lot of dense energy there, and I was just like worn out. And my boyfriend said, "Why are you so quiet?" I was like, "I really am just trying to relax and come back into my own." And because some of that energy was just too much for me, and it was just like I had to like just step away. I don't know, it was really weird. But today, after attending this class, I just my heart was so calm, my mind's at ease, and I'm so glad I was here.
That's why you need to text me when you're at the family barbecue.
It was a graduation. It was just crazy.
I'm not actually being facetious when I say that, okay? But that is when we need to come into unconditional love. And so what it means is that you probably need to have your light body set up. That's what we do, okay? We set up your light body and show you who you are, so you've got the authority within those spaces. And this is where you turn your light on. Yeah. Because your board of directors got no resistance in it. So the resistance that you're feeling was, and by the way, we are so getting to the bottom of the barrel of this. We're getting down to the bottom line of your resistance, Julie.
Yeah. Okay.
And it feels yuck, okay? We hate it. But what happens is if you can switch your light on, you can dissolve that vibrational story. So if you need me today, give me a call and we can work on it. Just rack it off. It's just a vibrational story. Okay? And, you know, we this is the old spiritual guard saying, you know, I need to rest today. I was so exhausted after what happened yesterday. And it was exhausting. I've been there. I know what that is. You know, when I feel like my family just has not got it. But it's not that. I have to come into love. I have to come into a place that I am a vibrational master, regardless of what is being projected, what is there, because basis of everything is unconditional love. Even within them, you're coming into a relationship with their mighty I am presence, their triune being. Say hi. Barbecues are fun. Celebrations are fun. Okay, say hi. And you can talk to them even before you come into that environment. Have you meet up and go, you know what? I'm just coming in love. I am love. I am Julie. I want you to feel that statement. I am Julie.
I feel it.
So what do we want from other people? Absolutely nothing.
Right.
What do they want from themselves, from you? Same. To see them as they are. In this moment, the alchemy is there. The alchemy harmonizes resistive energies. So that's why I say turn your light on. Otherwise, we come out into this false illusion. This is why I want to speak today. I'm speaking today about what true consciousness is. The 5D consciousness is coming in and being light. That's what it is. Okay, do you go off to Janine's classes? Mate, she is a walking heart on legs. Whoo! Do you think she didn't feel what you guys are feeling, what I've felt also with my family? I have to turn my light on. Okay, it dissolves resistance. My story disappears as the shadow rushes away as the light goes on. Slapping in your room, turning your light on. What darkness? There's no dark. There's none whatsoever. Okay, but what we're trying to do is turn the light on while perking at the dark. Okay, that is not a great position to be in. Okay, that's why I say you cannot serve two masters. Either turn the light on, have no dark, or keep poking around in duality until your light goes out. And that will happen, and it can happen in a holy instant. So just as you can create by switching it on, you can create by stopping it and turning it off. Okay, that's why the Christ said, I am son of God. And then in other scriptures, he would actually say, I'm son of man. He goes, lights on, lights off. It's so superb. He's actually demonstrating plan A and plan B as a quantum creator. When I'm one with my Father, all things are possible. Okay? When I'm not, I'm raging in the temples, knocking over all the merchant stuff. Okay? I'm doing stuff a bit out of control. That's cool. I mean, it was demonstratable, but he was operating to a 3D agenda. Remember how we were told that we're much more effective working in 5D than we are working a 3D agenda, poking at agendas in 3D. No power, just a little angry pointy you running around. It's good fun though. I mean, if you actually know that you're the creator and you're going around chucking a tanty and spacking out about something, it's a jolly good fun. But you do know that somebody's going to come back and poke you in that moment because I'm a creator. And I know that somebody's going to come back and have a poke. Okay, is there any other comments? Yanni, how are you doing today? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just boarding right now on the airplane. I just didn't want to miss this. But it's hard. It's just, I don't know what I'm feeling. I'm just so emotional right now.
That's okay. I'm not fully hearing you, sweetness, so we'll let you go on that one. And diamond blessings, okay? Just fill up, receive, be Yanni. Be Yanni. That's it. All right. There you go. Thank you. All right. Well, it's time to head off. Does anyone have any questions that they'd like to ask me? Because I'm willing to, I can turn off the recording so it's not too long. Does anybody want to ask me a question?
Are we going to see you on Friday?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. So, yeah, Friday. Oh, Friday. What are you talking about with Friday? Who's asking me about Friday?
You don't have another class on Friday? It's on Thursday?
Oh, totally. Yes, so I've got the Law of Acquisition class.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
So come on in. So the Law of Acquisition is a specialised school. I do want to take a moment to just thank QEC and Noble Goldman for this beautiful platform, okay? Create your own masterclass, get your stuff up there. And honestly, we just promote each other so lovingly. And so again, I want to say thank you for that loving promotion. Okay, I'll see you in the next class. I'm turning off the recording. Thank you.